Stronger Philippines.
Philippines and Sweden signed agreement for multi-role fighter aircraft acquisition. NAC and NCMF to sign MOA promoting President Marcos Jr.'s amnesty proclamation. DOH orders BOQ to implement heightened alert versus new COVID-19 variants. NFA secures triple amount of buffer stock adequate for La Nina.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD.
Good day to everyone and well to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo, Quezon City. Today is Tuesday, May 28, and we will bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the brief overview of our stories, the Philippines and Sweden have signed an agreement to support the Philippines' plan to purchase multi-role fighter aircraft for the Philippine Air Force. The agreement was entitled Implementing Arrangement Concerning the Procurement of Defense Material and Equipment. The Swedish Defense Material Administration stated that the Philippines is interested in Swedish systems, including the fighter aircraft, command systems, and airborne early warning aircraft. The signing of the agreement precedes Swedish Defense Minister Paul Johnson's scheduled visit to the Philippines on June 5 as part of a week-long tour of the Asia-Pacific countries, including the Singapore, Australia, and the Philippines.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The National Amnesty Commission and the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos are set to sign a memorandum of agreement to promote President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s amnesty proclamation. The signing ceremony, led by NAC Chairperson Attorney Leia Tanodra Armamento and NCMF Secretary Attorney Sabudin Abduramin, will take place at the Philippine International Convention Center in Pasay City on Friday. Under the agreement, the NCMF will assist the NAC by providing legal advice to Muslim beneficiaries of the amnesty and referring interested Muslims to the NAC program. Moreover, the NCMF will also administer the oath to Muslim applicants according to NAC guidelines.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
On the other line, let us hear from Jai about MBLT 10 and stakeholders spread joy in gift-giving activity for orphans.
Yes, Rofh, Marine Battalion Landing Team 10 and various stakeholders organized a heartwarming gift-giving activity for orphans at the Good Shepherd Shelter for Children Incorporated in Laloy, Cagayan. The said activity was part of the Naragsak nga Pinagkasangay pre-celebration activities. The orphanage received a variety of gifts, including school supplies, slippers, vitamins, and medicines, ensuring the well-being of its young residents. This initiative aimed to inspire kindness and support for those in need, uplifting and strengthening our community. This is Jai for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Jai.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The National Task Force to End the Local Communities Armed Conflict strongly denied the allegations from Kabataan and ACT Teachers Party List that the military distributed pamphlets at Taytay Senior High School in Rizal portraying protesters as terrorists. AFL-CAC Media Bureau Chief Joel Eco clarified that upon careful examination, the pamphlet in question does not label protesters as terrorists. He explained that the pamphlet aims to educate students about the modus operandi of New People's Army recruiters with facts based on evidence without specifying any other organizations. Also, the said distribution is part of the military civic education program to enhance youth awareness of national security threats and dangers posed by CP and EA.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Reserve Officers Training Corps Games 2024 Visayas Regional Qualifying Leg commenced at Panaad Park and Stadium in Bacolod City, gathering nearly 2,000 student athletes from Western, Central, and Eastern Visayas. Themed Husay ng ROTC, Husay ng Kabataan, the week-long sports competition aims to foster unity, discipline, and loyalty to the nation. The athletes will compete in 14 events, including armies, athletics, boxing, chess, easy sports, sepak takraw, taekwondo, table tennis, and others. Moreover, Philippine Sports Commission Chair Richard Bachman expressed the excitement about the game's role in contributing to Philippine sports success.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
For more updates, let's hear the details from Beth regarding second CMOC leads training on plumbing repair and welding setup in Consolacion, Cebu.
Second Civil Military Operation Company spearheaded a successful training program on plumbing repair, maintenance work, and welding equipment setup in Tayud, Consolacion, Cebu. The training was participated by different key figures, and a total of 59 participants benefited from the welding equipment setup session, while 37 participants received training in plumbing repair and maintenance work. The program highlighted the commitment and enhancing technical skills within the community. This is Bethaneta reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Beth Daniete.
DWDD Armed Forces
The 6th Field Artillery Battalion, Army Artillery Regiment took part in a medical, dental, and surgical mission organized by Notre Dame Hospital and Siena College of Cotabato Incorporated. This initiative, held in celebration of their 65th foundation anniversary and Nurses Week, occurred at Tagayo Platoon Elementary School in Barangay Rumangaon, Limanan, South Maguindanao del Sur. The mission, attended by various stakeholders, aimed to provide essential medical services to underserved populations. In total, 180 individuals received medical checkups, 32 underwent dental checkups, 36 underwent circumcision operations, and 15 availed of free haircuts, benefiting a total of 248 constituents.
DWDD National
And for our
News.
national news, the Department of Health issued an order to the Bureau of Quarantine to thoroughly screen points of entry for visitors from countries where new COVID-19 variants have been detected. According to DOH spokesperson Albert Domingo, the BOQ placed all stations and other concerned agencies under heightened alert for KP.2 and KP.3 variants through a Bureau Memorandum Number 2024-48 released on May 24. Domingo shared the agency is doing strict screening for symptoms of COVID-19 as directed by Health Secretary Teodoro Herbosa. He also expressed the appreciation to the public's heightened interest in BOQ operations to protect the country's population.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Let us hear more update outside our station. Let us hear from Mike about AFP and U.S. Embassy commemorate Memorial Day at Manila American Cemetery.
Yes, Rofh, good afternoon. The Armed Forces of the Philippines joined the United States Embassy and dignitaries in a solemn Memorial Day ceremony at the Manila American Cemetery and Memorial. AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Brano Jr. led a tribute that aims to honor the valor and sacrifice of American and Filipino soldiers who fought together in World War II. Despite adverse weather, breath were led, a moment of silence observed, and salutes fired to echo the enduring alliance between the two nations. Moreover, the ceremony reaffirmed the commitment of the AFP and the United States Armed Forces to collaborate in promoting regional peace and stability. This is Mike reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Mike.
DWDD National News.
The National Food Authority announced it has made the volume of rice buffers 3 times higher through the new pricing scheme. NFA Officer in Charge Administrator Larry Lacson said they have stored in their warehouses 2.8 million bags of palay with its higher buying price range set at 17 to 23 pesos per kilogram of fresh or wet palay and 23 pesos to 30 pesos per kilogram of clean and dry palay. Lacson said this is equal to 126,000 metric tons of milled rice, more than triple of the 45,000 metric tons previous stocks. Furthermore, he assured that there is enough rice stock for the looming La Nina phenomenon, while the palay procurement is still ongoing to secure the 300,000 metric tons of rice buffer stock target.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine Geophysical and Astronomical Service Administration removed tropical cyclone with signals raised in different areas as Typhoon Nakhon slightly weakened. Based on the State Weather Bureau's report this morning, Aghon now packs maximum sustained winds of 130 km per hour near the center and gusts of up to 160 km per hour. The typhoon was last seen 315 kilometers east of Tuguegarao City, Cagayan, going northeast of 15 km per hour and is possible to exceed Philippine area of responsibility on Wednesday. Pag-asa also said that Aghon is unlikely to directly bring a significant amount of rainfall in the following days.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Now let us hear from our reporter on the ground for more updates about Philippine Fleet welcomes new enlistees for fleet operations shipboard rating. Go on for the details,
The Philippine Fleet held the inaugural oath-taking turnover and reception ceremony for 20 special enlistees for the Fleet Operation Shipboard Rating at the Fleet Training and Doctrine Center Annex, Naval Base Heracleo Alano yesterday. Representing the Philippine Fleet, Commander Chief of Fleet Staff Captain Luwad Lawan Lincuna emphasized the crucial role these new members will play in advancing the mission and vision of the Philippine Navy. Following the oath-taking, the turnover ceremony formally integrated the new enlistees into the Philippine Fleet. These were assigned to specialized units within the organization to further develop their skills and expertise. And this is Leonor Tanap reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Leonor.
DWDD National News.
Our time is already 12:11 in the afternoon and you are still tuning at AFP Radio, the DWDD Facebook page. And for our announcement, join us in celebrating the 126th Philippine Independence Day with music, song, and dance. Featuring bands and performers from various uniformed services, witness a showcase of talent in music, singing and dancing from the modern-day heroes. Let us come together to honor the Filipinos who fought for the nation's independence at Musicalayan 2024 on June 7 live at the Rizal Park Open Auditorium. See you there.
DWDD National News.
Moving on to another story, the Department of Agriculture guaranteed that there is a stable supply of vegetables despite the damage caused by Typhoon Aghon. According to DI Assistant Secretary for Operations Unicols Manalo, strict monitoring is also being conducted to protect consumers from unscrupulous vendors. Meanwhile, Manalo said the agency has not yet received any reports of delay in the transport of vegetables, so there should not be a price hike more than 5 pesos. Moreover, the DA is still validating actual damage in terms of standing crops.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. left the country this morning for a 2-day state visit to Brunei Darussalam. The president will stay in Brunei until Thursday upon the invitation of His Majesty Sultan Haji Hassan al-Bolkiah Wadaula. President Marcos is expected to talk with the Brunei Sultanate and meet the Filipino community in the said country where an estimated 20,000 Filipinos are residing. In his message before departure, President Marcos said he would convene with Sultan Bolkiah upon his arrival in Brunei to review the progress of bilateral cooperation and explore mutually beneficial partnerships and collaboration.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From Solcom, let's hear some updates from Ali about ugnayan sa barangay achieves peace and stability by addressing local communist insurgency in Jovelar, Albay.
The Community Peace Dialogue and Serbisyo Caravan were successfully conducted with the Army units, the 903rd Infantry Patriot Brigade and 31st Infantry Charge Battalion, which benefited 160 residents on May 24, 2024, held in Barangay Salvacion, Jovelar, Albay. This initiative was working alongside the local government of Albay and other national government agencies aimed to provide essential services, promote unity, peace and development through various complementary services offered to the community. The barangay officials and residents expressed their gratitude for the support and assistance provided, emphasizing the importance of such services in fostering a peaceful and progressive community. Brigadier General Jose Ricky Laniog, commander of the 903rd Infantry Brigade, reiterated the unit's commitment to serving the community and supporting the government initiative for peaceful and thriving communities. According to him, providing basic services to the former conflict-affected areas in Albay is crucial in rebuilding communities and restoring genuine peace. We must work hand in hand to promote peace and stability in our society. This is Ali reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Ali from Solcom.
DWDD National News.
Now on to our next story. The Department of Budget and Management noted on the creation of around 5,000 non-teaching positions in schools supervised by the Department of Education nationwide. The DBM said in news release today that the establishment of new non-teaching positions for fiscal year 2024 seeks to help relieve teachers of the burden of performing administrative tasks due to the lack of absence of non-teaching personnel in schools. Budget Secretary Amenang Pangandaman underscored that the said move will significantly benefit educators and improve the country's education system.
DWDD National News.
The International Bargaining Forum has tagged 5 maritime areas as having war-like conditions, according to the Department of Migrant Workers. The DMW issued advisory stating that war-like operations areas are most dangerous for Filipino seafarers. Among these are the 12 nautical miles of the mainland Yemeni coast, including all ports, and excluding the Maritime Security Transit Corridor in its entirety, southern section of the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, with boundary commencing from the Yemeni coast, boarding stretching across the Eritrea coast, Sea of Azov and the Strait of Kerch, northern Black Sea region, and all ports in Ukraine. Furthermore, the agency also reminded ship owners and employers of the applicable benefits for Pinoy sailors, whose destinations are included in the IBF list.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Bring us the latest insights from the scene. We have our correspondent Mitch. Let us hear the details about CHR enhances AFP Westcom's understanding with Human Rights 101 training.
In a move to bolster cooperation between the Commission on Human Rights and the Armed Forces of the Philippines, a delegation spearheaded by CHR Chairperson Attorney Richard P. Palpalatok recently embarked on a courtesy visit to the AFP Western Command headquarters. Following the courtesy visit, a training session in Human Rights 101 was conducted for Westcom human rights personnel. During the training session, pertinent topics were addressed with a particular focus on issues relevant to the West Philippine Sea. Given the strategic significance of this maritime territory, concerns regarding human rights violations and adherence to international law were thoroughly examined. The initiative aimed to enclose human rights principles within military operations, particularly in conflict zones, enhancing the safeguarding of human rights. Similarly, AFP officials welcomed the opportunity to enhance their understanding of human rights standards, affirming their dedication to incorporating these principles into their operational frameworks. As both institutions move forward, this collaborative effort signifies a commitment to upholding human rights standards amidst complex operational environments, setting a model for effective partnership in promoting human dignity and the rule of law. And that's the latest update. This is Mitch reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Mitch.
DWDD National
In other
News.
developments, the Department of Public Works and Highways is encouraging the private sector to invest in government projects. In a message at the Philippine Economic Briefing yesterday, DPWH Secretary Manuel Bonoan said that he strongly believes that the participation of the private sector is necessary to be able to implement efficiently the projects of the government. The Secretary gave insights on several projects of the government under the High Standard Highway Development Master Plan, which involve the construction of highways and expressways in 3 islands of the country. Bonoan said under the said master plan, the implementation of about 1,800 kilometers of high standard highways and expressways, so there is a lot of room for private firms.
DWDD National News.
Budget Secretary Amenang Pangandaman pledged to the public that there will be no underspending this year, noting that changes made to improve the government spending and disbursements. Pangandaman shared in the 2024 Philippine Economic Briefing in Pasay City the efforts made by the Department of Budget and Management to prevent another underspending episode, which the country experienced during the first half 2023. It can be recalled that government underspending was identified as among the factors for slower second quarter economic growth last year.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
We have a report coming in about Army and Navy cadets trying in ROTC games. Visayas qualifiers. Go on for the details, Ange.
Army Cadet Carvin Dinzon clinched the first gold, while Navy Cadet Marvic Igadez achieved a golden treble as the Philippine Reserve Officers Training Corps Games Visayas qualifiers commenced yesterday. Dinzon, a freshman at Iloilo Science and Technology University, dominated the boys' 200-meter individual medley, while Igadez, hailing from the Victoria City Aquatic Center, showcased a stellar performance, securing golds in the boys' 100-meter freestyle, 50-meter butterfly, and 50-meter backstroke. Moreover, track and field events will commence on Tuesday at the Panaad Park and Sports Complex, marking the continuation of the Sports Fest aimed at fostering healthy competition and promoting the ROTC program. This is Ange Valderrama reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Ange.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
On the other line, let us hear another update from Mel about Camp Aguino and Baguio City football clubs. First football festival features friendly match in Baguio City.
Rofh, the first civil relations group in partnership with the city government of Baguio, is currently conducting the ongoing first football festival at the Atlantic Bowl, Baguio City. The event featured a friendly match between the Camp Aquino Football Club and the Baguio City Football Club, who are eager to showcase their skills and sportsmanship on the field, promoting friendly competition and unity. Football Festival is more than just a sporting event. It is a celebration of peace and unity in the community that seeks to harness character, leadership, resilience, and camaraderie to foster mutual respect among the participants and spectators alike. According to Mayor Benjamin Magalong, Football Festival is a manifestation of the collective commitment in nurturing the youth, and by promoting sports to children and the youth, we are investing in the future towards building a peaceful and prosperous society. Present in the said activity is Police Colonel Ruel Tagal, Force Commander of Regional Mobile Force Battalion 15, Mr. Gaudencio Gonzalez, Sports Development Officer for Baguio Sports Office, and Coach Dave Yangaan of Baguio City Football Club. One of the first civil relations group's advocacies is the promotion of sports to children and the youth, which is also aligned to the city government's sports and recreational mission to continue advocating, promoting, and implementing of sports activities, projects, and programs. This is Meldry Nasher reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Meljoy.
DWDD National News.
The bill seeking to protect and ensure the welfare of movie and television industry workers, which was stemmed from the demise of legendary actor Eddie Garcia while filming on set, was signed into law. In a news release today, Presidential Communications Office said President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. signed the Republic Act 11996, or the Eddie Garcia Law, on May 24. The said law mandates the implementation of work hours, wages, and other wage-related benefits, social security and welfare benefits, basic necessities, health and safety, working conditions and standards, and insurance for the workers in the movie industry. Under this, the protection of the movie and television workers should also be in line with the Labor Code of the Philippines Republic Act 11058 of the Act strengthening compliance with occupational safety and health standards and providing penalties for violation.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News, One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan